We're live.
We're live.
Bros, there's...
Woo! I feel like Ric Flair.
Living the dream.
That was disgusting.
Living the dream.
Woo! The Nature Boy.
Disgustingly amazing.
Welcome everybody to the...
Legend.
Wait for it.
Dairy podcast.
The legendary. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate you. Going around the room, we got our special guest, Joey Buckets over here.
Anything bucket related, I gotcha.
All buckets. He's got it.
Big, small, shit buckets, regular buckets, doesn't matter. Got him on deck.
Lots of shit buckets. We got my bro Casey over here. Boom. What's your team name again?
Suit up or sit down.
Suit up. You didn't suit
subject
up.
to change. You
Okay.
Suit up, man.
I did not. It's in the fine print. I did not.
Okay.
For once, when I asked you to suit up.
I will suit up.
Okay. And we got my bro Alex over here. Team Marshall.
NWA. For life.
Team
I'm sorry.
NWA. And the Broda. Alright, guys.
Oh, hold on a minute. Before we get started real quick, let's just do it right.
Ladies drinking all night, free till midnight.
Oh!
And this is how we get the party started, right? Let me do one more toast. I'm feeling good today.
Get a little bit of He's doing the dice thing too much. It's really all he's got.
Alright, stop the music for a minute. So I gotta let you all know. This is a fucking amazing, okay? It's a fucking amazing. This is alcohol infused whipped cream. Vanilla flavor whipped
It's
cream.
delicious and gets you drunk at the same time.
Yes. Sweet, tasty alcohol.
And after you just whip it the shit out of
Good
it.
for the sexy time.
And you make it the sexy
time.
And we're not doing whippets, by the way.
Well,
Which whippets are awesome back about 20 years ago for me.
Hello.
Oh!
Like about 20 minutes, Alex.
Thank you. Wow. Okay.
Thanks to Mark and Leslie for this. This is fantastic stuff.
Awesome gift. Awesome gift.
Thank you, Leslie and Mark.
It doesn't have
Mark
alcohol
Leslie.
in it.
Alright.
Two people.
Okay.
Alright, next thing, I just want
A little bit of shit talking.
We got some league rules coming. Today's episode is gonna be about league rules. We're gonna dissect it, go from top to bottom, and just let you know how this league is being ran and how it's gonna go down this year. Okay?
It's going down for real.
It's going down for real. Oh, real. All right, so we're gonna talk a little shit. I'm gonna let Casey take over this because this little bottle. Is
Look at this
very,
fucking thing. Alright. No. Okay,
Go ahead. We're going to rewind our last episode. We talked about Golden State beating the Cavs.
NBA championship.
It was a big deal. We all had plenty of bets. I lost money.
Bets were going around.
But now this
He
is
honors his bet, but a good friend Caesar, I don't know how good of a friend he is,
yeah,
because when you make a bet for a bottle of Grandma, it means a $7.50.
Yeah.
Or
Get a real
that's
bottle.
a big bottle right there.
Get a real bottle.
Yeah, there we go. A little comparison.
It's cute.
Look at
right?
that.
Come on, it's
Look at that.
adorable.
That'd be done in like 2 rounds right here. We already drank that thing.
Call from Chicken Fucker.
Chicken
Thank you.
Fucker.
Thanks for checking in.
We should change
Always
his
a
name
pleasure.
to Ball Scratcher.
Ball scratcher.
Okay. He needs help.
Or
Showering.
just straight crabs.
Showering
Or just straight
helps.
crabs.
Chicken ball crab fucker.
Okay.
I do
All
remember
right.
him saying something about it burning when he pees.
Okay.
That sounds like a personal problem. Okay, so we've discussed the grandma story with Pussy Caesar.
Pussy Caesar.
Or Caesar Pussy, I don't care. It could go either way.
I just call
I
it
think
Caesar
it's
salad.
politically correct.
Yeah.
Say
Beautiful.
Caesar salad with pussy.
Okay, so let's get into the league rules. We're not going to take too much time. But we're just going to do a quick breakdown of how it's going to go down.
Yeah. So everything that we're talking about today, you can go on the ESPN app, and if you go on a computer and log in, you'll be able to see everything that I'm going to talk about today, and it breaks it down from A to Z.
Even with the app, when you go into league rules, doesn't it show it in league rules?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it shows to the extent of this. Though.
Okay.
This breaks it down to, like, we're going to talk about passing yards and all that stuff like that. So let's just jump into that. But actually, does the app?
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Joey Buck's going to bet that.
Go ahead and start.
Yeah.
All right, so just some basic settings, basic rules. Obviously, the league name is the Legendary League.
Legendary.
We got 12 teams. We finally got Jonathan, his slow ass, to sign up. So he is. His team name is going to be a Bloody Domination.
Oh wow!
There's always the late bloomer.
Pretty bold.
He's bold.
Yeah.
He's a bombing 4-7, but he is a bold man.
So, Kamish, if I can interrupt you real quick.
Sure,
so
go
yes,
ahead.
actually, from the app, you can access league rules, everything from the basic rules to roster to scoring. I think mostly everything you can see on there is available
Awesome.
here.
Can you walk us through real quick on how to get to that?
Yeah, so you're just going to go to the app. I don't know if they can see it on here, but on the side thing, there's going to be the 3 bars in the top left corner. You're going to click that biatch. Then you're going to go down to this biatch where it says League Info, and then you're in. And you click them again.
Sweet.
There you go. And just as a recommendation of my own, I definitely highly recommend everybody check that out because you want to know what the rules are before we start. Because nobody likes that guy who starts bitching halfway through the season. I didn't know it was like this. Well, who gives money and doesn't check the rules? Don't be that guy.
It is PPR. It's not standard.
PPR.
So it is PPR, totally different.
So, funny story, actually, that Joey just mentioned, and it reminded me, because my second year playing fantasy football, I got in a league with some people at work, and I didn't look into the rules. I was so excited. I was that guy. I didn't look into the rules, and I was like, whatever, I'm in this. Let's go to the draft. We go to the draft, and it's about 4 rounds into the draft, and I realized that half the quarterback selection was already taken, and I was wondering what the fuck was going on.
Keeper league.
No, it was actually a 2-quarterback league. So in the 5th round, I ended up selecting my first quarterback, who was Andy Dalton.
Shit.
Yeah. So let's just say I didn't do very well that year.
No.
Not to mention that league to league, like my brother plays Yahoo, we play ESPN. I was in my brother's Yahoo league last year, and the scoring bracket is completely different on how you do it, and I was way far behind. I was used to playing ESPN for 3 years now, and it's definitely different. So definitely look into the league rules, which we're about to go
ESPN is very stupid friendly.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
Yeah.
It does.
as long as you know the league rules, any
it doesn't get any
platform
easier
can
than
be
this.
okay.
Yeah. But it's also a draft tactic too, because I know in ours, I don't know if you changed it or if that's how it was, but I think quarterbacks only get 4 points for every touchdown.
Yeah, 4
which is
points
not
per touchdown.
usual, right? Usually it's 6.
Is
it? I don't know.
That's
I don't
actually
know.
the
I
default.
can never remember. Is that the default?
That's the default for ESPN. Yeah.
Okay.
But so we have we got 12 teams. It's head-to-head points. So the team you're playing, you basically the highest points scored against that team wins. Let's move it on down to the roster. Current roster size is 16. You got 9 starters and 7 bench spots. So 1 quarterback. You have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Yeah, I do. 1 flex, 1 defense, 1 kicker, and then 7 bench spots. Joey Buckets.
Kamish, the flex position, is this a league where the flex can also be the tight end?
Correct.
Fantastic.
That is correct.
I'm gonna ask a lot of dummy questions because I've been in a lot of leagues either as a commish or as a player, so I'm gonna ask a lot of questions that I've
Flex can be a running back,
That
wide
was something
receiver,
that last year
tight end.
It's been
really
a new
fucked me.
It's a new feature that I think was released within the past year or 2 for ESPN, or at least that I've discovered in the past few
That the
years.
tight end's included?
Is in the flex,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Correct, yeah.
I don't know if all people know that. This is the one time that I'll be offering advice in this capacity because I do think everybody should know the rules at one point. But after this, I think everybody's
It'll
put
cost
on
you.
notice,
Yeah.
and you have to Do you
Are you going to be charging?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Hands down. There will be
And
monetary.
he's not cheap.
Not cheap. Not cheap.
These nipples, they're.
But yeah, Joey mentioned a good
Enough
point
for
too, because we want everybody. So the reason why we came up with this league is we wanted to be competitive. That's why we're doing these podcasts. We're not trying to give insight to what our strategies are. Honestly, our strategies don't even really matter. It's all about the draft. It's all about how you play and the way
Being involved.
And we want you guys to be competitive.
Hey-oh! Chicken fucker on the porch now!
Chicken fucker
Chicken
walks in
fucker.
the door.
He's scratching his Dioc!
All right, ball scratcher, a.k.a. chicken fucker, has just arrived.
Drinking free all night till midnight.
Go ahead and claim a spot right in the center there.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. This guy has no shoes on, just so everybody
Chicken
knows.
fucker.
He
Hawaiian as fuck.
walked in here with no shoes.
I'm sorry. You missed the intro, Jay. This is your intro. That's your intro.
There we go.
Welcome.
Open it up.
Oh.
A little drizzle.
And this is how we get the party started, right?
Sorry, that was a fail.
It's so good. When you lick your lips, it's so good. Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice. Oh, that escalated quickly.
What's up, Jay Ajay?
Just somebody fucking suck on that already.
Yeah.
All right. So we have all right. So moving
yes,
right,
we are. Go continue.
moving right along. We got passing yards. We got
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. So it's PPR, so you get a point per reception. Obviously, that's no brainer. So rushing yards, it's 1 point per 10 rushing yards. Receiving yards, 1 point per 10 receiving yards. That's pretty standard. Let's see, kickoff TDs, 6 minutes. Then we got
6 minutes.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
6 minutes.
6 minutes for what again?
Points.
Oh,
You only have
okay.
6 minutes
Kickoff
to say
return,
the
punt
word.
return.
That's gonna be a long kickoff for 6
Yeah.
minutes. Holy shit! Tough crowd.
All right, so I'm sorry. Kickoff return and punt return, 6 points for your defense. We got TD receptions. So receiving TDs, 6 points. Rushing TDs is 6 points. So same on that. So passing TDs. So quarterback passing to for a touchdown, you're getting 4 points. And then if it's a 2-point conversion, 2 points.
Also, remember, PPR league.
PPR. Can't stress that enough. PP.
OPP.
OPP. All right, so like I said, you guys can go ahead and look at the rest of the points. A lot of it was special teams and defense, so we're not going to talk too much about that. But so teams in divisions, we have the East and the West. We got All Hail the Broda, myself,
Yep.
NWA, Suit Up or Sit Down, Chicken Fucker,
Chicken fucker.
Team Picarazzi, which is Mark, and then Bloody Domination Jonathan. We're all in the East.
East
And
Coast.
then representing the rest, the West.
Actually,
We got Joey Buckets.
Can you move me to the West as I'm NWA?
Nope.
All right.
Sorry.
NWA was what?
It's opposite of basketball. East is pretty
Okay, I got
pretty
it.
competitive.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just putting it out there.
What side?
So we got Team Buckets. We got Team Hunt.
My cunt!
My
Where is
cunt.
my cunt? I'm sorry, I have to do this every week.
Every time. It
Every
makes me
time.
I promise it makes me laugh every time.
Every time. Davenport Predators, Pile of Stool, Bloodbath Beyond, and Team Colors. Okay, moving on. All right. So Joey, do you mind, since we've hit the waiver wire section of the rules, do you mind talking a little bit about the waiver
About
wire?
the fab?
About the fab.
Fabulous.
Oh, the
Hello.
cookies are done.
The cookies.
That is okay.
We hit time
We're
to
just
make
gonna
the
keep
donuts.
rolling.
Should we cut it and start again, or just keep going?
Yes. Keep it going.
Okay. So the commish has switched us to has started us on a free agent auction system. Which if you haven't done it, is awesome. It's amazing. Anybody on here, have any of you guys ever done it before?
No,
It
I've
sounds
never
great.
done it.
Sounds
I'm
great.
a virgin.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Can you show me?
I absolutely will guide you through
That's
this
awesome.
your first time, Jake Ryan. So
You look like the 40-year-old version.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had to say.
Really? You had to.
You walk right into it.
Thank you.
All right.
So the way it works is everybody gets a budget that's given to you by ESPN. Now the important thing to understand about that budget is it does not replenish. So I think you said it at what, $100?
Yeah.
You get that $100 and it's just league money. It's not real dollars, obviously. It's not real currency, and you can spend it as
Digital
you wish.
money.
Exactly. So you can blow your whole load the first week, but now
Oh.
remember, it does not replenish.
What are you going to do? You're going to blow your
The
load?
whole first week, you can do it all over
Save
the
that
screen.
money. It's all about the Benjamins,
I
alright?
agree. Hashtag
Alright, I'm
Lil Dick.
sorry.
Lil Dick.
Sorry, little dick.
Lil Dicky. So you want to
Alright.
save that money. So the way it works is if you go onto the app, you will see something. There is it's not a waiver list, it's a tiebreaker list. So basically, everyone puts in a blind bid. So if there's a player you want, you can go and you can bid for that person. Now you can bid anything from $0 to your entire amount of money. The reason why you'd want to bid zero is, let's say you're just playing kickers week to week or defenses week to week. You can and you don't think anyone's going to be going for it. You can put a $0 bid in and just pick like a bullshit position up for free. But now if a top running back goes down and for some reason his backup is on the still on the waivers, you're going to have to put in a substantial bid. Now if you and somebody, the two highest people are tied, that's where that list is going to come into play. So there's a lot of strategy involved with this thing. So for example, let's say me and Casey. Let's say Casey's ahead of me on the list, and Casey has the top running back that just went down, right? And for some reason, he didn't handcuff him, and the guy is still available. So I put in a bid, and Casey puts in a bid, and we put in the same amount, and Casey's ahead of me, he's going to get that guy. So now everybody who's looking to get that player knows that Casey's going to be going for that guy, so you want to look to see where he is to know, do I have to go
Ahead of
really
you
high?
as far as what?
So there's going to be a list, and you can access it on the app as well. I'll pull it up on here. So it's going to have, there's 12 guys in our league, right? So every week it'll rotate, so it'll show everybody's name.
Each
Yeah,
to the
every
inverse order
exactly.
of the standings. Yep.
Exactly. So you'll see, let's say it's Alex, Sean, Casey, me, whatever. It's going to be like that from 1 to 12. And basically what that means is if you're going for, if two people or more are going for a player and they put the same amount in, whoever is higher on that list is going to get him. That's how it's determined with ties. Because you don't know what anybody's putting in. It's blind. You only find out the day of.
No, ties
the
you say
plot
more
thickens.
wins
Yeah.
or less wins?
I
No,
did
no.
not
It's just
know that.
that list is just generated randomly by ESPN.
Randomly. Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
so
I
that's
like that.
cool. And the reason why I think Sean decided to put this into effect is because I think the old way of waiver wires, in my opinion, it's becoming outdated because I think it punishes those who are doing well and it
Right.
rewards those who are sucking. Because just because you're doing well doesn't mean you should have last pick of waiver priority. The way you
agree,
continue
yeah.
doing well is by
Right.
blocking other people from picking others up.
Right.
And stashing
I agree.
them
Now,
on
I
your
have,
bench.
I have one more question regarding this.
Yeah.
Now, you said put in a bid of zero. Now,
Yeah.
say for whatever reason I pick one person and I put a 0 and nobody else bids on that person for more than $0. Do I get that person for free?
For free, and that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
reason
okay.
why you can
I thought
set
you
it-
had to bid at least like maybe $1.
Nope,
like
and
had
that's
to
what I
bid
wanted to
something.
mention. No,
Okay.
but now you also got to remember is when you bid 0 to be beaten, someone only has to bid $1.
One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to beat you.
Right.
But so the reason
And
why
you don't
wanna-
know.
No,
And
and
you
the
don't
reason
know.
why you want to let it be at 0 is
Sabotage.
because if a lot of people play kickers week to week, and so you're just trading out kickers. Like you don't need to be betting money every week on kickers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the biggest thing I want to stress with that is because I know somebody's going to ignore this and not pay attention to it, but the money does not replenish. So it's not like you can spend as much as you want each week. You have $100 for 14 weeks
Okay,
of the
quick
regular
question.
season.
You lose your bid.
Yep.
You still keep that money.
Yep, you keep the money. It's never,
Okay.
it doesn't get
Yeah,
taken
so,
from you.
yeah.
All right.
And what's cool is, I'll give you guys a little insider trading info. If you go online and you go to the league settings page online, you can actually see all the bids that were put in for that week, and even the ones that weren't successful. So you can see how much people are bidding. So this is the
Can you
last.
see other people's balance?
Yeah, absolutely. You can always.
Can we
and
call him
that's
the
great.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah. I'm telling you, when you start playing with this, it's awesome because it adds
Yeah.
another level of strategy, another level of thinking. Like I've seen people like blow loads on people like week 1
Wow.
because they just
All
try
of
to
them
block
do.
other people. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's-
loads are blown every week.
Really?
I blew it at least below week.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Let's see a couple quick more
Quick more.
rules.
Quick
Quick more.
I think it's
Quick
quick.
more.
It's
More quick.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver here. Right.
Whatever you want to call it.
All right, so there's no trade limits. You can trade as much as you want. The trade deadline is going to be Wednesday, November 22nd.
Trading is free.
It is free.
You're only paying for waiver wires.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
The trade review period is 2 days, and votes. We just actually changed this. I had to set to league manager vetoes all trades, but we changed it to votes required to veto a trade.
Nice.
So 8 out of 12 out of the 12 have to veto. Once the 8 is reached, the trade will it won't go through.
So basically, for all you people out there, that means don't hit Sean up bitching about a trade that's going through. He just said he's putting that on the league. If you don't like a trade that's going through between somebody, everybody has the opportunity to vote to block that trade. So this, again, is another element of strategy.
Right.
You don't have to just not think, even if you think the trade is super fair, who gives a shit? If you don't want somebody to make a trade, you don't want them to enhance their team, remember, trades improve teams. So now that we have the ability to block them, personally, block every trade if you want.
You don't want to make
Or
the commission
if it's not
angry
worth
either.
but Sean is not to be bothered because he
Yeah,
can't
I
do
mean,
anything.
I'm
This
putting
basically
this-
makes him more of a player
Yeah.
and takes the power.
Yeah, I mean that's
Absolutely.
a great point. Like I'm leaving it up to you guys. I don't really want to be involved in this because it's hard to be the commission and a player and then get involved with this. So if you don't like a trade, just
Vote to veto.
Vote to veto it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Simple.
All
And
right.
that's not an easy bar to reach. 8 people that's a high.
Yeah,
That's good.
it is. Yeah, that's got to be a pretty lopsided trade if you're hitting.
That would have to be right before playoffs where, two people trying to stack another team.
All right, so we're doing one week per matchup. Regular season matchups. Week 1, and they go to week 13. Week 13 is the end of the regular season. Week 14 starts the playoffs. Playoff teams. There's going to be 6 playoff teams, 3 rounds, 2 buys.
That means
1 week per round. So
the number
some
1
people
and
have,
the number 2 get a bye.
correct.
Nice.
The number 1 in each division get a bye. You know what I'm saying? So you have the East and the West. So the number 1 in the East and
Gotcha.
1 in the West, they both
So
get buys.
does it have
Works.
to be 3 from each team that make it, from each division that
Yes.
make it?
Right, yeah.
That's
there's
what it
6.
said.
Okay.
Now, yeah,
Okay.
6. Yep.
Gotcha.
3 from each.
All right.
Real quick, Kamish, are there ties allowed in this league?
Ooh.
Because I'm just
That's a good
looking at this
question.
here, and what I'm seeing is it says tiebreakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is just for playoffs, but it says matchup tiebreakers, and it says
Total.
none. Does that mean
Over here, I got total points.
is that playoffs or regular?
Yeah,
season?
playoff seeding.
Okay, so I guess for playoffs there has to. Yeah, for playoffs there has to be, but in the regular season it looks like there can be ties.
All right. Let me see.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
looking
you're right.
So there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to make sure that everyone's
Yeah.
aware of that because someone will definitely hit you up being like, "Why can we talk?"
Yeah, I think that's okay.
No, it's
we can
cool.
always
It is
talk
what it is.
about it
Yeah, it's cool.
and change it. Like I said, that's the best thing about this league and why we're doing the podcast as well. It's just to communicate as much as possible to the league. We can vote on it too. We can do a league vote during the draft or beforehand. So just to finalize a few things, but as far as that goes, I mean that pretty much wraps up the rules.
I'm happy with all the rules. I think it's
Kamish did
I
a
think
great
it's
job.
totally fair. Totally fair, totally non-biased. Ready to play a good season.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great time. Check it out. Watch the podcast. You'll learn something. Boom!
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.